Hey campers, welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, complete, crazy, utter, amazing bonkers. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead activities here at Camp Bonkers. I also love to bring a little bit of magic into the world each and every day. Today, we're gonna be making one of my favorite treats, chocolate pizza. It's the best treat to have at a campfire. Then we'll be checking in with camp counselors Anna and Maria to see how their sleepover planning is going. Let's sparkle in! I don't know about you, but I love getting creative on a Monday. Today we're gonna be creating one of my favorite treats, chocolate pizza. It's my favorite because it combines three of my favorite things: chocolate, pizza, and of course, sprinkles! Our camp guide, Yum the Marshmallow, loves chocolate. He also loves sprinkles, but he doesn't like to admit it. But let's keep that between us. I think the first time I had sprinkles, I was maybe 7. My mom and I were baking together, and actually, I learned all of my baking skills from her. I bet you learn cool things from your parents all the time. So we are gonna get started here, but before we get started, we wanna stay magical and safe. So don't forget to get the help and permission of an adult anytime that we do anything in the kitchen. And we wanna make sure we wash our hands if we are cooking anything. So get your sanitizer, and we are gonna wash our hands for 20 seconds. No hand wash cheaters. You have to do it for 20 seconds, so try doing happy birthday twice in a row. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Julie, happy birthday to you. And for our French-Canadian friends, bonne fête à toi, bonne fête à toi, bonne fête Juliette, bonne fête à toi. Okay, clean hands. So we want to make our pizza dough, and we are not going to use regular pizza dough. We are going to use something bonkers, graham crackers. I just need to crush these up, so I'm going to get my magic here. And 1 second. Well, I guess I'm going to have to crush these the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna crush all of these before we return from the video when we check in on camp counselors Anna and Maria. Are you ready? I'm gonna try and crush them all before you get back. 3, 2, 1.
Hi campers, I'm camp counselor Anna.
And I'm Counselor Maria.
And today we're super excited because we're planning a super cool overnight sleepover.
Yeah, and we want to invite some of Camp Bonkers animals to come with us because they'd be great adventure buddies.
But wait, some of the animals don't sleep at night. Some of them like to do things at night.
That's a really good point. Some of the animals are nocturnal. Maybe we should look through our guest list and see if it'd be better to do a day sleepover.
Yes! Okay, let's do that. But maybe we should get some help first. Who?
Yo, what's poppin'?
Hey, I'm so glad you're here. We need your help.
Yeah, that's great or whatever. But first of all, where are the snacks?
Nocturnal animal friends and a surprise visit from Cupcake, who also happens to be magical just like me. See how much you're learning here at Camp Bonkers? I bet their sleepover is gonna be totally bonkers. All right, now that I have my crushed graham crackers, I did it by the way, I crushed them all. We are gonna pour them into a mixing bowl. And then we are going to get our sugar in there. I love sugar. We're gonna use a lot. And then we need to put our butter. Okay, now we are going to get mixing. It can get kind of messy, by the way. So make sure you have a broom nearby for the cleanup afterwards. It's going everywhere. Perfect. Now we have to butter our pan. So make sure you have a stick of butter nearby, and we are going to butter our pan like we are drawing a picture. You could draw some waves if you'd like, or you could go absolutely bonkers and draw all over the pan. You just want to make sure you have every inch of the pan covered in butter so that your crust doesn't stick to it. Okay. Now, we are going to flatten our crust. Now, I don't know about you, but we love eating pizza here at the camp, and pretty much anywhere. But do you think that pizza has ancient roots? If you said yes, you'd be correct. Pizza goes all the way back to ancient Rome. It can even be traced back to ancient Egypt and ancient Greece. Do you think pizza has ever been eaten in space? If you said yes, you'd be correct. Pizza Hut was the first company to launch pizza straight to the astronauts. Sometimes I wish they could launch pizza straight to my mouth because I think it would be way faster than waiting for a car delivery. And it would also be pretty cool. Okay, now that we're done with our crust, we need to put it in the oven to bake. But I don't know if you can see, my hands are also now pretty messy. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven to bake and I'm gonna wash my hands. And while we do that, we are gonna do something completely bonkers and watch 2 videos back to back. Let's see how Anna, Maria, and Cupcake are doing on planning their sleepover.
Hi campers, so we're planning our overnight sleep adventure, but we just realized some of the animals don't sleep at night.
So we're making a list, starting with Buttercup the bat. He's a bat?
So, he is nocturnal. Buttercup uses this really cool thing called echolocation. What he does is he sends out high frequency sounds through his mouth, and the sounds bounce off of objects, so that's how he knows whether an object is close or far to him. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And guess what? While he's looking for food at night, he's not competing with any birds, so he gets to eat all the food he wants.
Because the birds are out in the day.
Exactly. Very smart strategy by Buttercup.
Yeah. Okay. So Buttercup, he's invited to the day sleepover.
Right, okay.
Hi campers, we're planning our guest list for our overnight sleepover, so we gotta figure out who's nocturnal and who isn't.
Right. Next up we have Queenie the owl.
She's nocturnal. You ever heard the
Right.
term night owl? Well, now you know where it comes from. The darkness helps Queenie avoid predators because they can't see her too well. And also, Queenie has amazing hearing and vision during the nighttime. Here, check it out for yourself.
Whoa!
That's how well Queenie can see all of the time at night.
Seriously?
Yes, just like that.
That is so cool!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm invisible.
And also, there are a bunch of rodents and stuff that she likes to eat that are awake during the night
you see
as
them?
well. Well,
There's one right there. Oh my god.
her prey are also nocturnal as well, which means she has a lot of different menu items to choose from when she's awake at night.
That was so cool. I wanna be an owl.
Yeah.
I can like see everything.
Yeah,
this is just usual for her. Like this is what she sees.
all the time.
I
Yeah.
want to be an owl.
Yeah.
Now we know that Queenie the owl is nocturnal, so we'll be adding her to the daytime party. Is that what owls even sound like? Is it ooh
Is it
or
like-
is it ooh?
I think it's
Wow, it's pretty cool to see how different animals live so differently, isn't it? It reminds us as to how unique every creature is. Did you see how bats can see in the dark, or rather hear in the dark? It's kind of cool, hey? They basically send these sound waves out that bounce off objects back to them, so that way they can hear where the object is so they don't crash into it. Pretty bonkers, hey? Well, now that we have our baked pizza crust, we are going to cover it with the best thing ever, chocolate. Okay, so grab your spatula, grab your chocolate, and thread as much as you'd like. I don't know about you, but I love a lot of chocolate. Okay, I might use my hands for this one again, just because. Oh, goodness. Do you think this is enough chocolate? No, it's not. We're gonna use lots. Now I'm gonna add my bananas, and you can add whatever toppings you love. Make it your own. And I have one more thing to add. Do you know what that is? If you said sprinkles, you're right. I love sprinkles, so I am going to add a lot. Like, a lot. Okay, that looks great. Now we are going to have to put our pizza in the oven for 1 to 2 hours so that the chocolate can set. Wow, Scribbles just gave me a great idea. I should have signed my chocolate pizza before I put it in the fridge. Next time we do a craft, I'll try to remember that. But since this is going to take a while, I think we should use some magic and jump ahead. All right, Are you ready to see my chocolate pizza? I've cut it up here so that I can share it with all of my friends and family. Beautiful. I'm so excited to eat this. Don't forget to have an adult help you cut your pizza up so that you can share it with your family too. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. It's so good! I love Nutella and bananas and sprinkles. It is so delicious. Okay, I think it's time for questions from our viewers. So I have 3 questions here. The first question comes from Alyssa. How did you get the name Magical Julie? Well, I got the name Julie from my grandma, who is an amazing, fantastic, lovely human being. And I am so grateful to be named after her. And the magical part of my name comes because, well, my family's magical. We can conjure up sparkles whenever we like. And I think the magic that I'm known for is bringing joy to people who are having a bad day. And I think my favorite superpower is being able to make people smile. If you can make people smile, then you probably have some magic in you too. Thanks for the question, Alyssa. Our second question here comes from Clay and his dad, Kevin. Today is Clay's birthday. He wants you to guess how old he is and has given you a riddle. What is 2 plus 4 times 3 minus 6 divided by 2? 6! The answer is 6. Clay has turned 6 years old today. Happy birthday, Clay! That deserves a magical wand swirl. And last but not least, our last question here comes from Jen and younger brother Graham. Do you believe in magic tricks, they ask. Do I believe in magic tricks? Well, does glitter glitter? Do sparkle sparkle? Does sprinkle sprinkle? Of course I believe in magic tricks. And I happen to know a few. Maybe next time I will show you some of my magic tricks. Well, thank you very much for submitting your questions. And last but not least, my favorite part, finding the magic in each and every day. How are we going to do that today? We are going to say 3 things that we are grateful for. I'll go first. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the campers that joined me today. And I am so grateful for this amazing chocolate pizza that we get to eat. What are you grateful for? Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with me today and for joining us. And until next time, I hope your day sparkles. Bye! I'm mixing, we're beating the eggs until they turn into peaks. Hey campers, and welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, complete, utter, amazing bonkers. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. Speaking of magical, do you smell that? That smells absolutely magical. I wonder what it could be. Oh, I know. We're having a big camp brunch today, and everyone's going to be bringing foods from different countries. Oh gosh, what country should I pick? Someone is already doing French toast and scrambled eggs and pastries, you know, typical brunch breakfast items. But what about pancakes? Oh, someone's already doing that too. What if we thought about pancakes in an entirely different way? What do you think about when I say Japan? Do you think of fresh fish? Do you think of sushi? What about pancakes? That's right, we are going to be making Japanese souffle pancakes today for our camp brunch. They are like Canadian pancakes, but much fluffier, super fun to make, and they taste delicious. And as we bake our pancakes, we will be checking in on an episode of Animal Toothpaste. Let's sparkle in. It's sparkle time! By the way, did you know that it's Best Friend Day? So I would like to give a big hello to my friends here at Camp Bonkers, to you campers at home who join me every Monday, and a special Camp Bonkers hello to my best friend, Amy. So don't forget to give a special hello to your best friend or best friends, whoever and wherever they may be. And with that, let's get on with the show. Japan is part of Asia and is home to one of the largest cities in the world, Tokyo. Japan is an island nation surrounded by water, which is why they're known for their sushi. But they are also home to these fluffy pancakes. They are traditionally called fua pancakes. Fua in Japanese translates to English as fluffy. So that's what they are called, fluffy pancakes. And they're also known to bring happiness and good luck. Happy and lucky? These pancakes have to be magical. Let's get started mixing our happy, lucky fua pancakes. And remember, you want to stay magical and safe, so make sure you have the help and permission of an adult whenever we are baking. Today, we are going to be using 6 tablespoons of cake flour, 2 tablespoons of skim milk, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which is this one here, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 tablespoon of Kewpie mayonnaise, 2 large eggs, and we are going to need some mixing bowls, a flour sifter to sift our flour, a whisk, and my favorite red spatula. Before we get mixing, last week camp counselors Anna and Amelie were on a mission to create some animal toothpaste for their animal friends to help keep their teeth clean and their breath fresh. Let's see how they're doing.
Hi Camp Bonkers, I'm Camp Counselor Anna.
And I'm Camp Counselor Amelie.
And last time you were here with us, we were planning an animal party. But after the party, a lot of the animals had really stinky breath.
But we came up with a solution.
We're gonna make some animal toothpaste! Animal toothpaste is the explosion of foam mixture with yeast, food coloring, hydrogen peroxide, and dish soap. It's not really a toothpaste, it's just really fun to make. So, should we get started?
Now we're gonna make a toothpaste for Claus the grizzly bear.
He really likes to eat red berries and hang out by the Blue River.
Yum, 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 yum.
So we're gonna use blue and red. First up, yeast. And then we're gonna add hot water. And we are going to mix it. Now we're gonna pour 2/3 of a cup of hydrogen peroxide into this container. And the dish soap. Now we're gonna pour hydrogen peroxide and dish soap into this cup. Next, we're gonna add the food coloring.
You can do blue and I can do red?
Perfect. Now that we've got that mixture in there, we're gonna get our yeast and watch the explosion happen. Wow, that was better than last time.
Wow.
That was awesome! It seems like a good size for Claus.
Yum, yum, yum.
Claus the grizzly bear is definitely gonna like this one.
Aren't experiments so magical? I just love watching science at work. Proof that magic is all around us. We'll check back in with them later. Before we get mixing, I need to get into my kitchen. Here we go. Perfect! Once you have the help from an adult, we are going to get mixing. First, we are going to mix our baking powder. So I will put that in our bowl here. And then we are going to be using our vanilla. I love vanilla. It smells so good. Vanilla. And then we are going to add our mayonnaise. I need my handy dandy spatula here. So I'm using Kewpie mayonnaise today, which is a traditional Japanese mayo. It was invented in 1924 and is much sweeter than the Canadian mayo we use here at camp, which makes it a perfect ingredient for our pancakes. Don't forget to make sure your hands are clean because when you bake, you do get messy. We are going to be adding our skim milk. We only need 2.5 tablespoons. So I have my tablespoon here. 1, 2, and 1/2. Oh gosh, look at all these measurements. This one here, orange, 1/2 tablespoon. There we go, 2.5 tablespoons of skim milk. The last thing we need to put in this bowl is our cake flour. Now, if you don't have any cake flour, because it can be kind of hard to find sometimes, you can always just grab an all-purpose flour and some cornstarch, and you can mix them together, and that will give you a perfect cake flour. Okay, so we need 6 tablespoons of cake flour here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it is time to get mixing. Oh, when I was young, my mom used to make us, and it was, I got some flour in my throat. When I was young, my mom used to make us pancakes every Sunday. And anytime I smell pancakes, I can't help but think of those memorable Sunday brunch traditions. And if you remember from the episode of Memory Bank, the reason I remember those memories is because our sense of smell is the strongest sense linked to memory. If you missed that episode, you can always go back after this episode and check it out. Now that we have our mixture here, it's going to be a bit on the drier side, which is okay because we're not done yet. We gotta add our eggs. Now we need to separate the egg yolks from the egg whites, which is always fun. So we're gonna grab our 1 egg, give it a little crack. Perfect. And you're gonna wanna just go back and forth between the shells. That way you can separate the whites from the yolk. Okay. And if you don't get it perfect, don't worry. That's part of the fun. Our yolk can go here. Now our other egg. And if you get any shells in it, don't worry. All you have to do is take a fork and you can pick those shells out. Back and forth we go. Separate the yolk from the whites. And there we go. So now we have our yolks and we have our whites. Don't worry, we'll clean it all up later. Oh my gosh, I think I just put yolks all over the walls. I love baking. Okay, so we are going to put our yolks here in with the rest of this bowl. Use our handy dandy spatula again. And you are going to mix, mix, mix. And I'm going to use my spatula to get all the flour that's stuck on the sides because we need every little piece of the ingredient for it to work. Now that it's all mixed together, I can tell that these pancakes are going to be so tasty and look so cool. Japan is known for having some cool and bonkers looking desserts, like the Japanese treat that's become popular here in Canadian culture, mochi, which is a sticky rice dough treat that is very colorful, and sometimes there is ice cream in the middle. Yummy! Now it is time for us to mix our egg whites and our sugar, and we want to use a beater and we want to beat it until it has peaks, just like the peaks of Mount Fuji, which is Japan's largest mountain. All right, this one takes some patience. It does take a while for the egg whites to turn into meringue, and you want to set your beater at the highest speed, so make sure you have an adult to help you with this one. Okay, so we are going to mix our sugar into our egg whites, and we are going to beat it for as long as it takes until our meringue forms. We're mixing. This part can be kind of tricky, so if you can't get it, don't worry about it. Your pancakes will still taste amazing. Mixing, I'm mixing, I'm mixing, I'm mixing. We're beating the eggs until they turn into peaks. Yeah, yeah. We're getting there. Let's see how we're doing. I couldn't get it to look like the peaks, unfortunately, but you know what? That doesn't matter because they're still gonna taste absolutely amazing. Once you have your egg whites into your meringue, you are going to mix it in with the other bowl. So you're going to gently fold it. So just put a little bit and then fold it in just like this, and some more. And you're gonna fold it all in. And I think I'm gonna use my beaters to help me a little bit for this one. Thanks, beater, always helping me out. Now that we have our cake batter, it's time to pour it onto the pan. You can use ring molds to help you shape the pancakes, but I couldn't find real ring molds, so what I did, which is what you could do at home very easily, is take some tin foil, fold it up into a long strip, just like this, and then fold it together, and then you can pour your batter into the middle of it on the pan. You're gonna need an adult to help you with this one, but oh my gosh, look at the time. If I'm gonna make the camp brunch on time, I need to use my magic to help me bake these really fast. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Woo, ta-da! I have my fluffy pancakes, or fua pancakes, and they look so tasty. Just like Canadian pancakes, as you would pour maple syrup on them, or strawberries, or sprinkles, we are also going to put some toppings on our fua pancakes. I'm going to use some, I can't think of the word, icing sugar. That's what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna use some icing sugar here, and I'm gonna use my flour sifter to help me spread the sugar nice and evenly over them. And what else? Ooh, I want maple syrup. I love this maple syrup jar. It looks just like the maple leaf that we drew in our unbelievable episode. This is the best part, aside from the sprinkles. Oh, yummy. I cannot wait to eat these. I want some bananas. I love bananas. And remember, if you're ever chopping up any fruit, have the help of an adult. Oh my goodness, my mouth is watering as I'm cutting these bananas up. Now, the last part and the most important part, sprinkles. It's sprinkle time. Let's use some of these ones. Sprinkle time. We need more sprinkles. I knew it. Sprinkles! Oh, I cannot wait to eat these. They look so tasty. Look at that icing sugar. Look at those bananas and look at those sprinkles. Oh no, I've forgotten a fork. You know what? I'm gonna eat it with my hands. Here we go. Oh, it's hard. They're really fluffy. I need to get a fork. Let me just use my magic. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Oh, they are fluffy. They are soft. They're so tasty. These pancakes are so good. What kind of toppings do you like to put on your pancakes? Those are some good toppings. I'm sorry. I know we have to carry on with the show. I'm just really enjoying these pancakes. While I clean up here, why don't we check in on another episode of Animal Toothpaste? I'll see you in a minute.
Hi Camp Bonkers, I'm Camp Counselor Anna.
And I'm Camp Counselor Emily.
And last time you were here with us, we were planning an animal party. But after the party, a lot of the animals had really stinky breath.
But we came up with a solution.
We're gonna make some animal toothpaste! Animal toothpaste is the explosion of foam mixture with yeast, food coloring, hydrogen peroxide, and dish soap. It's not really a toothpaste, it's just really fun to make. So, should we get started?
Okay, great. Now we can make the final one for Peanut the elephant. First, we're gonna put 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide in this tub.
Wow.
Next, we're gonna get 3/4 of a cup of dish soap. Now that we have 3/4 of dish soap and a cup of hydrogen peroxide, we're gonna put it into this cup.
I can't wait to see how big this is.
I'm like really excited for this one. And we're gonna add all 3 colors.
To make it the most bonkers that it can be. Now we're gonna put some more yeast into this cup.
And we're gonna add water.
And now we just have to mix it up.
I hope it's like rainbow color, you know?
Me too.
All right, guys, this is our big finale. Are you excited to see this explosion?
Yeah, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
It's still going!
This is the biggest one.
It's gonna cover the whole table! It feels so cool.
It's puffy.
Slimy.
Look at the bubble.
Can I pop it?
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. And remember, guys, this is just pretend toothpaste. Don't try to brush your pet's teeth with it.
Bye.
Bye, guys!
What a mess they've made. Cleaning up after a craft or a fun project isn't always the most fun, but it's the most important. And since I've cleaned up all of our baking mess here, we can move on to your questions. I cannot wait to see what you have to ask this week. This question comes from Camper Brendan. If you could be any animal, what would you be? Oh, that is a great question. I think I would be a dog. They always just look so happy. And I don't know about you, but whenever a dog comes near me, it makes me extremely happy. So I would love to be a happy little puppy making other people happy. The next question comes from Camper Savannah. What is your favorite camp activity and why? Oh, that's a good question. There's so many fun things we do here at the camp. I think my favorite activity here at the camp is singing campfire songs because I love to sing, and no matter what I sound like, I don't even care. It just feels good to sing and share songs with those around me. My favorite part of the episode, remembering to find our magic. Today, I think I'm gonna find my magic by sharing one thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for making those amazing souffle pancakes with you today. Thank you so much for joining me and being a part of that. What are you thankful for? Amazing! Well, thank you so much for joining me, campers, and I hope your day sparkles. Until next time, bye! All right, the next step is to, oh no, I dropped my spatula. There's yogurt all over the ground. Hey campers, and welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, complete, utter, amazing bonkers. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. Yesterday, Yum and I were taking our morning daily adventure walks, which we have started doing, and it's brought so much positive energy into my mornings. I love it. And while we were on our walk, we came across the most magnificent rainbow. It was so big. It went all the way from one side of the camp lake to the other. And as I was watching this rainbow, I realized, I was very hungry. And then I got an idea. Why don't I create a breakfast snack inspired by that beautiful rainbow? Because, well, if that rainbow could bring me so much happiness, then I'm sure by creating a rainbow-inspired breakfast snack, it would add so much more happiness and magic to my mornings. Along with making this yummy rainbow breakfast bark, we will also be learning some really cool facts about rainbows, and we'll be checking in with Camp Counselor Amelie and Groundskeeper Clyde as they continue with their spooky stories. Let's sparkle in! Today is a wonderful day because we are going to be creating an amazing mashup of breakfast and rainbows. And as they say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And as I say, rainbows are the most important sight in the sky. And what a better way to start our day than with a delicious breakfast rainbow bark. And did you know that rainbows are magical, just like me? So let's get started on bringing some magic into your kitchen by creating this delicious rainbow breakfast bark. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Say that fast. Delicious rainbow breakfast bark, delicious rainbow breakfast bark, delicious rainbow breakfast bark, delicious rainbow breakfast bark, delicious rainbow blah. And remember, you want to stay magical and safe, so have the help and permission of an adult whenever we're doing anything in the kitchen. All right, let me just get to my kitchen here. Perfect. Today, we will be using the following items to create our breakfast bark. You will need some yogurt, Greek yogurt. You're going to need a baking dish, some wax paper, our handy dandy spatula as usual, colored cereal, any kind is fine. I have chosen some Fruit Loops here, and then obviously sprinkles, just because. And that's it. Before we get baking, let's check in on Groundskeeper Clyde and Camp Counselor Amelie to see how they're doing with their spooky stories. And in case you missed it, you can always go back to the Make It Monday episode from last week and see how their storytelling got started. We'll see you soon.
Hey Camp Bonkers! Right now we're sitting around the fire that we just made, and Clyde's gonna tell me some scary stories. Let's see if this one can actually be scary.
You better hold on to your hats, kids. This one's gonna get real spooky.
Yeah, sure.
One time, a long time ago, there was a camper, and his name was Timmy. And he was a good boy, one of the best campers the camp had ever seen. One morning, on a beautiful sunny day, he woke up. It was breakfast time and Timmy was hungry. He looked around and he thought to himself, where in the heck are my clothes? But
Someone took his clothes?
yeah, there's a boy named Billy at camp and he's always playing tricks on Timmy. He yelled out, Billy, where's my clothes? But nobody answered.
Maybe he's just in the bathroom or something.
He's looking around. Nobody to his right, nobody to his left. Nobody was there. So he went outside and he said, I'm gonna go to the campfire, keep warm and feel safe. And he got to the campfire. Do you want to guess what happened?
I don't know.
Everyone jumped out and said, Happy birthday! Yeah, because Timmy forgot it was his birthday.
Well, I guess that was a good story.
Yeah.
He almost had me there when everyone was missing.
I got a lot more stories where that came from.
Oh, well, that's all the time we have.
Aw.
Bye.
See ya.
knew a birthday party could be so scary? Thanks for the great stories, Camp Counselor Amelie and Groundskeeper Clyde. Okay, it's time to start our baking. So we are going to take our wax paper here and we are going to put it into our baking dish like so. And then we are going to take our yogurt. Now, the reason we are using Greek yogurt instead of regular yogurt is because it contains more proteins, which means the Greek yogurt has a much thicker texture than regular yogurt. So that is very helpful with our breakfast bark because we want to be able to eat it and hold it without it falling apart. Here we go. And in goes the yogurt. Yep, there it goes. You can use all of it if it fits in your dish. And you can use any flavor of yogurt you like. I personally love vanilla. Now you're going to spread it all around just like this. It can be kind of tricky, so you might want a help of an adult. And just keep spreading. Perfect. All right, the next step is to... Oh no, I dropped my spatula. There's yogurt all over the ground. Well, that's the risks you take when you're baking and having fun. So the next step here is to put our rainbow colored cereal on the yogurt. And like I said, I'm using Fruit Loops today. The reason I'm using Fruit Loops is because they are my favorite. When I was little and we used to go camping or go to a cottage in the summertime, my family would always bring Fruit Loops. So whenever I taste one or smell them, it always brings back those fun camp memories. I have separated mine in 2 different colors because I want to recreate that rainbow that I saw the other day. Gonna start with purple here. Here we go. I love rainbows. Okay, pink. Oh my goodness, this is making a sound. This could be a musical instrument. And orange. And then yellow. And then green. Perfect. And I think we need a little bit more at the top here. Great. Okay, our rainbow is looking perfect. Now, I need to add some sprinkles, of course. Okay, here we go. This is my favorite time. It's sprinkle time. Sprinkle time! Yeah! Amazing. Well, now it's time to put our wonderful creation in the freezer so it can turn into a bark. Now, before we see our finished product, our magical breakfast bark, I have some very important facts for you about, you guessed it, rainbows. And here they are. Number 1, did you know that rainbows are a reflection of light? Now, they are a bent reflection of light. And it actually is an entire circle, but we can only see half of it. Isn't that bonkers to think about? Fact number 2. Did you know that rainbows usually only appear when it's raining or misty or dewy or foggy outside? That's because water droplets help with the reflection of light. And that's why we don't see them all the time. But that just makes them even more rare and more magical when we do see them. Fact number 3. Did you know that a rainbow could be reflected twice? That's when you get a double rainbow. So cool. Have you ever seen a double rainbow? I want to know. And fact number 4, legend has it, rainbows have a pot of gold at the end of them. But that's just what some people think. What do you think? Now time for the big reveal. Here is our finished rainbow breakfast bark, and it looks so tasty. Ooh, look at all those colors and all those sprinkles. I cannot wait to try it. Here we go. Ooh, which one should I take? I'm gonna go for this one. It's so good. I love frozen yogurt. The cereal is so good. The sprinkles, perfection. Okay, now that we've had a taste of our delicious rainbow bark, it's time to move on to our wonderful questions from you, the campers. So our first question comes from Camper Ingrid. I love to play the guitar at home, and I was wondering if you play any instruments, Magical Julie. What a great question. I do. I play the piano, and I play the guitar, and I play the ukulele. Ooh, and I love to sing, but you probably already know that as I'm always singing. Thank you for the question, Ingrid. Our next question here comes from Camper Gabby. I had a lot of fun making my chatterbox, and I made a big one just like you. Ooh, I love it! You asked us what our question is for the chatterbox fortune. Mine is, will I ever travel to space? Ooh, what a great question. Let's find out. Let me just use my magic to get my chatterbox. Perfect. Okay. Will Camper Gabby ever go to space? Okay. G-R-E-E-N. 3. 1, 2, 3. And answer number 6. Here we go. That's a big magical yes. My gosh, you better start working on your moonwalk. Thanks, Camper Gabby. What a great question. And the last question here comes from Camper Steven. I was wondering if you could show us how to bake some cupcakes. My mom's birthday is coming up very soon and I'd really like to bake her some. What a great question and what a great idea and a lovely thing to do for your mom's birthday. I think maybe we could work a cupcake episode in the near future. And now it is time to find our magic, as we do at the end of every episode. Today, I think I'm gonna find my magic by sharing one word I wanna live by. Today, I wanna be happy, so I'm gonna do some things today that really make me happy. What are you gonna live by today? Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with me today, and I hope your day sparkles. Until next time, campers, bye! Oh, Baxter's licking his lips. Who doesn't love licking the spoon? You're such a good boy. And scroll right in the face. Hey campers, and welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, complete, utter, amazing bonkers. And welcome back to Make It Monday, where we craft, we cook, and we create. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. And today is extra magical because it is my friend Baxter's birthday. Now you might be asking, why is Baxter's birthday so magical? Well, I'll tell ya. Come here, buddy. Okay. Oh, you're heavy. That's because Baxter is a dog. Gotta hold you in a comfortable position here, buddy. Come here. Okay, I gotcha. Now, dog birthdays are extra magical because one dog year is equivalent to 7 human years. So that's like 7 birthdays in one. So for a special birthday like that, I think Baxter deserves 7 cakes. But your birthday party's coming up pretty quick tonight, and I don't think even with all of my magic that I'll be able to make 7 birthday cakes by then. So I think instead, we're gonna create some doggy cupcakes. As some of you campers already know, our furry friends here can't eat all the same foods that we do. So today, we'll be making some cupcakes with a recipe that's dog friendly, so you don't have to worry about it upsetting your pet's stomach. Baxter is so excited. What an exciting day we have planned for you here at Camp Bonkers. Oh, Baxter loves treats. Nom, nom, nom. There you go. Nice. Oh, you're getting it. Baxter eats like I do. Oh yeah, finish your treats. You're such a loud chewer. Baxter, come here. Okay. Dog tummies can be very sensitive to human foods, just like sugar. So today we'll be using natural sweeteners instead of sugar so that they're safe to eat for our puppy friends. Oh, right in the face. For that, we'll be using bananas and peanut butter, some of our favorite flavors. Right, Baxter? Right. And remember, you want to stay magical and safe, so make sure you have the help and permission of an adult whenever you are doing anything in the kitchen. And they can also let you know if your dog has any allergies, so that way you can make sure that your cupcakes are safe and yummy for your puppy. There are a few ingredients and kitchen items that you're gonna need for these cupcakes. Today we'll be using some plain flour, some baking powder, some peanut butter, and bananas. Of course, bananas! And cream cheese, some water, and an egg. And you'll need some baking cups, of course. And you'll need some mixing bowls. And you'll need a muffin tin. And a plastic bag, which I'm gonna be using as my piping bag today. I'll show you how to make your own at home later on. Now, you may have noticed how dogs' noses are always quite wet, and that's because they use them to smell, just like Baxter's doing right now, because I have a treat in my pocket and he knows it's in there. Now, their noses are wet because it helps them absorb the scents that they find. And because they're always sniffing and licking their noses, When they lick their nose, the scents get trapped in their little spongy nose tissues, kind of like a flavor saver, which is also kind of gross. Baxter can smell all the treats down there. Okay, buddy, you can go. Thank you. Now, exposing dogs to different smells can be very mentally stimulating for them, which can be a great activity in the wintertime when you can't take them for as many walks, because where I'm from, it is very cold. Humans and dogs have been best friends for a very long time. The oldest dog breed that is still found today is called the Saluki. Now, this breed has been around for over 2,000 years. That's bonkers old. First things first, you want to ask an adult to set your oven to either 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, depending on what kind of oven you have. That way, while you're getting your bake on, your oven can be all ready to go by the time you need to put the cupcakes in the oven. Then we are going to line our cupcake tray with our little cupcake liners. Now, I don't know if you have any dogs at home, but I have a dog at home aside from Baxter, and his name is Murphy, and he is a really cute Australian Shepherd, and he has tons of energy. And I know that he's gonna love these because I will be sending him one as well. So we have our tray here lined up. Looks great. Now we are going to sift our flour and our baking powder together. So I have my sifter here and I have my bowl underneath. So first we put in the flour and tap, tap, make sure you get all the flour out. And then we're going to use our baking powder here. And as usual, we are going to shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake all that flour into the bowl. Perfect. Great, now we have our baking powder and flour sifted together. You can put your sifter aside. And now we are going to get our bananas here and mash them up. But I have my handy dandy machine here, so it's gonna mash my banana up for me. One, and the rest. Banana! These are very slippery also, be careful. You never wanna step on a banana peel. Next, we are going to add our peanut butter. I chose this peanut butter because all the ingredients in it are dog friendly. There is one ingredient that is pretty rare but can be found in some peanut butters called xylitol. If you want to know how it's spelled like this. And that can make your dog sick. So watch out and try to avoid any peanut butters that have xylitol in it. Peanut butter. And it can be kind of tricky to get out because it's a little bit sticky. Oh, Baxter's licking his lips. He's so excited for these pupcakes. Baxter turned 2 years old. So if 1 dog year is equivalent to 7 human years, and Baxter just turned 2, how old is he in dog years? If you said 14, you'd be correct. You hear that? You're a teenager now. Okay, now we're gonna add our egg. Give it a little tap and crack it inside. Perfect. And then we need 2 tablespoons of water. 1, 2, and you can keep the water handy because if you find that your batter is maybe a little bit more on the drier side, just add more water as you go. Now we are going to mix our bananas and our peanut butter. Alrighty. That looks pretty good. My goodness, those bananas and the peanut butter together smells delicious. I think Baxter is going to love these cupcakes. Baxter, look at the cupcakes. Oh yes. Doesn't that look delicious? Yes, he says it does. And look, we have a special treat for you. Who doesn't love licking the spoon? Yum, yum, yum. You're such a good boy. You deserve all the peanut butter in the world. Perfect. And remember, if you let your dog lick the spoon, make sure you wash it afterwards. Okay, there you go, buddy. Oh. Perfect. We have our mixture here, and now it's time to add in the flour and the baking powder. So I'm gonna add a little bit and then stir it, and then we'll add the rest. It's looking good. And don't forget, you might need a handy dandy spatula. Stirring and stirring and stirring the cupcakes for our furry friends. Okay, this one needs a little bit of a spatula here, so we're gonna turn it off and get the edges. My mom always used to make me do this when she was baking, and that was one of my favorite things to do. I loved scraping the edges and making sure the batter got all mixed up. Here we go. And we'll stir it again. And it's looking a bit dry, so we might need to add a little bit of water, which is totally fine. It's always going to end up a little different. We'll add another tablespoon of water. That's looking better. I think maybe one more. Perfect. Baxter, these are looking really good. Perfect! Alrighty, now we are going to scoop out the batter and put it into our muffin tray. And this batter looks really good. So we are going to take this off, put that away for later. Here is our batter, looking delicious. So I find using 2 spoons helps get the batter out the easiest. Use one for scooping and the other one will push the batter off into the muffin tray. Yum! Our furry friends are going to love these. You want to leave about 1/4 of space at the top of the little muffin cup because you want to leave room for the muffins to rise. These are gonna be so delicious. Whoa, you're getting hungry, Baxter. And I find when it gets to the end of the mixture, it's best to use your spatula to scrape out all of the stuck parts because you want to use everything. And we're gonna scrape all that good stuff out. We want to use all of it. Look, there's a whole other cupcake in here. Okay. Half of it there and half of it there. My goodness, these smell good. Okay. Now we have our cupcakes ready to be popped into the oven. Now that our cupcakes are done baking, it's time to make the best part, the frosting. And remember, it's not just any frosting, it is a recipe that's safe for dogs. So you're gonna need another mixing bowl like this, and some cream cheese, another banana. Hello? Oh, no, I think you have the wrong number. Okay, no worries, bye. And you're gonna need more peanut butter. So we have our cream cheese. And now time to mash the banana and mix it with the cream cheese. Banana. And we are going to mix these together. Mash the bananas and mix it with the cream cheese. I love bananas, by the way. They're one of my favorite fruits to eat as a kid. I just loved mashed up bananas, especially when I was not feeling well. Now we need our peanut butter. And you need 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Now I'm using this all natural smooth peanut butter, which is okay for dogs. And we're going to mix this all together, and this is looking really tasty. Baxter, you better be excited for this icing. It looks very good. I'm gonna be so strong after all these baking videos, because let me tell you, stirring for a long time is very tough. Okay, we have our icing here, and it looks delicious. We are going to put it in a bag, and what I do is I take a pair of scissors, and I cut a little hole in the corner of the bag. You're gonna put the icing in the bag, and then you're gonna squeeze it out of the little hole to make a nice decoration on your cupcake. So here we go. I try to start with a small hole first, and then if it's too small, you can always make it bigger. So we're going to put our icing in the bag, like so. Now, I don't know about you, but I love eating the icing off of cupcakes. Perfect. Now, you're gonna wanna kinda shimmy it over to the corner that the hole's on, and you're gonna zip your bag up. Oh, it's coming out already. So here's my cupcake. It fell a little bit flat, but that's okay, because we're gonna put icing on it anyways, and it's gonna be delicious, and Baxter is going to love it. So you're gonna take your cupcake, you're gonna take your icing, and you're going to squeeze the bag and make whatever kind of shape you'd like. I think I'm gonna do a spiral, because I like the way this is looking. Ooh, looking good. Look at that cupcake. That looks delicious. And for an extra special treat, I have one of Baxter's favorite treats here, and I'm gonna put it right on top of the icing. Look how good that looks. We've baked them, we've decorated them. There's only one thing left to do. Do you know what that is? It's time for Baxter to do a taste test. Hey, Baxter, come here. Time for the big reveal. What do you think, Baxter? Pretty good? Oh, yum. I think he really likes them. That is one good pupcake, huh, Baxter? Yum. Oh, Baxter, you are so cute. Oh, you can't eat that part. Here, let me take that off for you. Hold on. There you go, buddy. Yum. He's very excited about this. Well, I've made a mess as usual. Well, I would say the pupcakes were a big hit. Baxter seemed to love them. But then again, I think any animal would love a specially made cupcake just for them. Now it's time for questions from you, the campers. And I have a question for you. What is your favorite cupcake? All the different dances have been so cool. What's your go-to dance move? Ooh, I know. I just love a good finger snap and a sway like this. And you kind of tap your feet left to right and right to left and left to right and right to left. Break it down. Thanks for the question and thanks for making me dance. The next question comes from Camper Joanne. Is there a fee to join Camp Bonkers? Aside from a great big smile, no, there is no fee to join Camp Bonkers. We're here to help you find some magic in your day. The next question comes from Camper Jag Neat. I liked learning about trees. The tallest tree I ever saw was in California. Where was the tallest tree you've ever seen? Ooh, that's a great question. The tallest tree I think I've ever seen was in Cathedral Grove on Vancouver Island. Those trees can grow up to 250 feet tall. They were huge. It looked like they touched the sky. Thank you so much for your questions. And now it's time to find our magic. Baxter, look, I got more treats for you.
Oh, yummy.
Today, I think I'm gonna find my magic by petting a dog. The cutest dog. Yes, so cute. Did you ever pet a dog? What's its name and what does he look like? Or do you have a dog at home? Thank you so much for sharing with me today, and until next time, I hope your day sparkles. Bye!